The CMA Awards are known for surprises, but few expected the night's most electric moment to come from a backstage lounge.
Man, we're just rocking. We're having a good time.
And yet, that's exactly where it started. Thomas, Rhett, and TeddySwims strolling out mid-song, mics in hand, ready to tear the roof off of Bridgestone Arena. Rhett led the way with his usual country swagger. Swims followed, dripping with soul. What followed was a genre-bending medley that brought the house to its feet.
And me and Teddy have known each other for like 5 years now.
Yeah, bro.
And
long before the lights and cameras, Rhett and Swims found a kinship in studio sessions and late-night writing rooms. Their bond began back in 2020 when producer Julian Panetta introduced them in a Los Angeles studio. They clicked over coffee and chord progressions, laughing through vocal warm-ups and swapping stories about songwriting struggles.
How'd you find this guy? And why'd you decide to put him on a record?
dude, there ain't nobody else to put on a record. I'm serious. I've known him for about 5 years and kind of like instant best buddies.
Their first collaboration on Swims' track Broke felt natural. Two voices learning each other's rhythms. Months later, they co-wrote Angels Don't Always Have Wings, a tender ballad that Rhett released in 2023. In that session, Swims' R&B sensibility deepened Rhett's country storytelling. They left the studio as friends, not just as collaborators. Their friendship wasn't limited to the studio. In interviews, Swims often described Rhett as a mentor who believed in him before the charts did. Rhett in turn praised Swims as a generational voice. When Lose Control began climbing the Hot 100, Rhett was one of the first major artists to publicly congratulate him. Their respect ran both ways, forming the foundation of what would eventually become a shared stage. That bond finally made its way to the CMA stage, where it came alive in front of thousands.
What's up, CMAs? You ready to party with us one time? Get on your feet, baby.
They kicked it off with Something About a Woman, a bluesy, groove-driven track from Rhett's 2024 album, About a Woman. On November 20th, 2024, they turned Camaraderie into a live duet. Opening with Rhett's bluesy track, Something About a Woman, they traded verses in a stripped-back arrangement that highlighted their vocal blend. Without pause, Swims then launched into his viral hit, Lose Control, channeling the same emotional intensity that made the studio single such a phenomenon. Cameras caught stars like Jelly Roll and his wife, Bunny XO, Keith Urban, and others dancing along, while the audience responded with cheers and applause through both songs. Behind that seamless delivery was planning, rehearsal, and a creative process shaped by mutual trust and respect.
Have you guys done it yet or before?
No, this is actually our first time performing together and live, which is going to be sick,
Wow.
Yeah.
The idea for the duet came together shortly before the CMAs, coinciding with the release of a new version of Something About a Woman featuring TeddySwims in mid-November of 2024. And the days leading up to the show, the two met in Los Angeles to rehearse and film promotional material. These sessions gave them space to shape the medley and fine-tune how their songs would flow together. No official details were released about the staging or production design, but both artists made clear that their focus was on delivering an emotionally strong, vocally driven performance. They worked through harmonies and transitions, letting their shared musical instincts guide the engagement. The goal wasn't spectacle, it was connection. Rhett was confident their collaboration would strike a chord with the audience.
I bet you feel the same about him.
Oh, it's hard singing next to this dude right here. Well, seriously, one of the most amazing talents on the planet. I promise you, y'all are gonna be blown away tonight.
To understand how their styles fit so naturally, it helps to look where each artist comes from and how their paths led to this moment. Thomas Rhett grew up with country music in his blood. The son of 1990s hitmaker Rhett Akins, he spent his early life immersed in Nashville's songwriting circles. But rather than ride his dad's coattails, Rhett built his own sound, one grounded in country, but shaped by pop, R&B, and soul. His debut album, It Goes Like This, landed in 2013, and by the end of the decade, he had more than a dozen #1 singles, multiple CMA awards, and a Grammy nomination to his name. Known for his emotional range and genre fluidity, his catalog includes everything from stadium anthems to stripped-down ballads. His 2024 release, About a Woman, leaned even further into soul influences, laying the groundwork for a collaboration that felt more than a crossover, It felt like a continuation. TeddySwims arrived at music from a different angle. Born in Conyers, Georgia, he started posting cover videos online. Songs by Shania Twain, Michael Jackson, and Marvin Gaye reimagined through his powerhouse vocal style. What set Swims apart wasn't just range, but emotional precision. In 2021, he began releasing original music, building a reputation for genre versatility and heartfelt songwriting. Then came Lose Control. Released in 2023, it became his breakout hit and eventually topped the Billboard Hot 100. The song went on to set a record for the longest run in the chart's history, a rare achievement for any artist, let alone one who started as an internet cover act. What links them isn't background, it's intent. Rhett and Swims both move between genres without losing their voice. They write songs rooted in personal truth. They value collaboration, not as a trend, but as a way to create something that lasts. Their meeting at the CMAs wasn't a fluke. It was a shared moment between two artists who've made careers out of meeting listeners where they are and inviting them into something a little deeper.
Yeah, this is my first CMA, so I'm really, really excited to be sharing the stage with absolute legend here and, being at CMAs for the first time, and I'm excited to.
Thomas Rhett and TeddySwims' performance at the 2024 CMA Awards was widely recognized as a highlight of the evening. Their medley of Something About a Woman and Lose Control captivated both the live audience and viewers at home. People magazine featured the performance in its coverage of the event, noting the duo's ability to capture the audience's attention with their soulful delivery. Following the award show, the duet version of Something About a Woman debuted at number 80 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Meanwhile, TeddySwims' Lose Control continued its impressive chart performance, holding the record for the longest any song has remained on the Billboard Hot 100. In early 2025, Thomas Rhett announced that TeddySwims would join him for a concert at Fenway Park on July 19th. Additionally, the duo collaborated on a fan giveaway benefiting St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, further solidifying their partnership beyond the stage. While there's been no official announcement regarding future musical collaborations between Rhett and Swims, both artists have expressed interest in working together again. Their CMA performance demonstrated the potential of blending country and soul genres, leaving audiences eager for more. However their paths evolved from here, what they shared that night already left its mark. For one unforgettable night, Thomas Rhett and TeddySwims bridged genres, generations, and fan bases. What started in a lounge ended in a standing ovation. Whether it leads to more collaborations or stands as a singular moment, the message was clear. Music doesn't need boundaries, it just needs a whole lot of heart.